Hey folks, so this is the second video in this series that I've named Ex-Pastor Files. There'll be a playlist that this will all go in together. Couple things, and in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the early years of me getting involved in ministry and the church in general. But one thing I wanted to kind of say before we get really going is that it's not my intention to try to convert anybody over to my way of thinking or to mess with anybody else's theology. I'm not trying to convert you to an agnostic or an atheist or a Buddhist or anything at all. Please don't take it that way. I welcome any kind of comments that you have. If you want to argue with me, you're welcome to do that. If you're nasty about it, I probably won't respond. If you're polite about it, I may. But this is just for now. This is somewhere for me to put thoughts. Hey, back again on my way home. So what I was about to get into before was the early years of me getting involved in the church and everything. When I was very little, we only went to church on occasion. Christmas, Easter, that kind of thing. And then just occasionally, every now and then. I started getting interested in church on my own when I was about 16 years old, and I just got to where I could drive, and so I started driving up on Sunday mornings and going to church with my grandparents. And I got baptized about a year later, and my grandfather had some influence on me. He didn't ever push me toward the ministry, but I knew that he had spoken to our pastor about maybe studying with me a little bit and helping me because he thought I might eventually go into the ministry. I knew that he liked that idea for me and was kind of, proud to have me go into the ministry, or he would be proud. So in a way, he did kind of influence me, but he never pushed me toward it or anything. But I did start studying with the pastor we had at the time, and I learned a lot. I'd already read the New Testament through at least once on one of those little red pocket New Testaments that the Gideons give out at school, or used to give out at school. I don't guess they do anymore. I did start studying for the ministry. I got an official mentor, entered into the candidacy program for the United Methodist Church, studied, and started doing some fill-in speaking. And I had a couple of regular churches that would call on me whenever their pastor was out, and I would go in and speak. And about the time I was I was almost ready to graduate high school, I was actually offered a full tuition at Martin Methodist College, and also I was offered a church to preach at, and I was offered a parsonage to live in. This is all about the time I'm 18 years old. I mean, it was really a lot of opportunity for me. And at that time, that scared me. It scared me so bad that I declined all of it and left the study of the ministry. I even quit going to church. And I stayed out of church from 18 on, from about 18 years old on. I found a girlfriend, got married, had a child, and we weren't even married for 3 years, me and my first wife. She left me for another man. And so for about 2 years later, I met my current wife. And at that time, I was really having fun hanging out with my roommate, who was an excellent guitar player, and playing music. That's about all I wanted to do. I started going back to church with my current wife, who was then my girlfriend, and I was playing music in the church. And of course, they just loved having me there. And I came in with an old ratty, beat-up guitar that I had for a long time. It wasn't worth 2 cents. And my grandma and grandpa saw this happening and decided they wanted to buy me a new guitar for me to play. So they bought me an Ovation Celebrity, which I still, actually I passed it on now to my daughter. It's my daughter's guitar now, but it's still in our family. It's a very treasured family heirloom, I guess you'd say now. For a little while there, I kind of thought I might get into gospel music, and maybe try to make something out of myself with gospel music. And that went on for a little bit, and I don't know if I really gave it 150%. You know what I mean? I don't know if I gave it my full potential for the music, because I started thinking about preaching again. And so I kind of transitioned from the music back into preaching. I went back through the study program again. I got my license as a local pastor, which is what they called it then. I started preaching, basically. At 27, I got my first charge. Started preaching. I think it was 27. Let's see. Might have been 28. 90, yeah, I think it was. I was 28 years old. And so it was 97. So that's kind of my early years there and how I got started preaching. There's really a whole lot to tell about it, more than you would want to watch in this little video series. So I'm trying to split it up. But that's kind of the early years of me getting interested in the church, kind of falling away from the church. When my first wife and I divorced, I came back when I met my second wife, my current wife, who I've now been married to for 22 years. Wonderful woman. Very loving, forgiving person. If it hadn't been for her, I wouldn't have never got back into the church, I don't think, at all. And she didn't push me back in by any means. In fact, I think I was the one that said something to her about going to church. And she was like, well, yeah, I go to church a lot, be glad to go. And she was right there by my side through the whole ministry. She stood up for me and worked with me and helped me best she could. So I'm very thankful for her. Thankful for her and what she does now, still. Even though things have not been easy, she's stuck beside me. And to me, that means a whole lot. But that's about it, I think, for this video. That's the early years, okay? So I'm up to basically getting into the ministry at this point. And next time we'll go a little bit further. And I may take you through like a brief synopsis of the churches that I served at. And then we'll probably come back and talk about it even more. But thank you guys for watching. If you hung with me through this whole video, you're a superstar, and I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, I welcome any kind of comments you want to make. Just, be nice. And I appreciate you once again. Till next time, I'll talk to you later.